Welcome to the FSL Game Mode tutorial. Over the course of this video, you will learn how to play the FSL Game Mode and what to look out for while playing. It all starts here in the team selection screen. You'll need 6 players to play the game, 3 for Team Blue and 3 for Team Red, with 1 member per side being the captain. Once all 6 players have selected a team, the pick and ban phase begins. In the lobby, the captains decide which vehicles will not be used during the upcoming match. This is called the banning phase. Every vehicle has different advantages. Some have narrow tires or are equipped with a front loader. Some have lots of horsepower. Others are simply very fast. It's on you and your team to decide which tactic to execute and which vehicles don't fit your gameplay style. Once the banning phase is over, players get to pick their vehicles. Wait until it's your turn and then pick one of the available ones. Keep in mind you'll need something to press bales with and something to deliver and stack them, so talk to your teammates to ensure you get everything covered within your selection. Last but not least, you will pick 2 power plays. Power plays are tiny modifications to the game that can have a huge impact. Again, make sure the ones you pick fit your strategy. It can make the difference between winning and losing. All done? Then it's time to hit the field and start the game. Let's have a look at the map. Both teams have their own field, however, they are able to see each other and will be able to interact with the opposing team, but we will talk about this in a bit. The field contains 5 important zones. The first one is the spawning zone. Once the game starts, you and your vehicles will be placed here. You will have 10 seconds to switch vehicles with your teammates, but keep in mind you'll have to walk over to them to switch, as teleporting is deactivated. The second zone is the pod zone. Here you'll find 8 pods with 4 harvesters and 4 balers randomly placed on them. The field is mirrored for both teams, so whatever is to your left will be to the left for the other team as well. Here's the catch. Once you enter a harvester or attach a baler, the pod will turn red for the other team and the vehicle becomes unavailable for them. So better rush for the stuff you want or it will be gone. Oh, by the way, if the opposing team takes all balers or harvesters, you lose. That's the rush tactic and the fastest way to win the game. The third zone is the field itself. A square field, lots of wheat, and an auger wagon in the middle. Wait, what? Yeah, we will explain that one later. These shiny bridges right here will lead to the 4th zone, the drop zone. That's where you score points. In the FSL, delivering a bale will grant you 10 points if you use the lower door, or 10 points times your current multiplier when you use the upper door via the conveyor belt. There is one special thing about these bridges. They are linked to the other team, so if your bridge goes up, so will theirs. Bridges will rise once you drive over them and will come back down after a few seconds. That leaves us with the 5th zone, the tiny village over here. Remember the multiplier we mentioned earlier? Drop wheat into the silo and see your multiplier increase while the one of the other team decreases. However, there are 3 things to keep in mind here. First, the higher your multiplier is, the slower your conveyor belt will move, while your opponent's belt will move faster. Second, if your multiplier reaches the maximum, your opponent's belt will overheat and stop. That's right, they will need to increase their multiplier to get the belt working again. Everything else you drop in while having a max multiplier does not count. So hang on to any excess wheat you might have. Third, it requires more and more wheat to increase the multiplier every time you sell, so make sure you have a clear idea of when to do it. Also note that selling from the auger wagon or power play trailer gives you 1.5 times as much as compared to selling directly from the harvester. That's the zones. So let's talk about the game itself. Every game lasts 15 minutes or until someone grabs all 4 balers and harvesters. In this case, they win right away. Otherwise, the team with the most points after 15 minutes wins. So start rushing to the harvesters and balers, grab what you want and start harvesting, pressing and delivering. Sounds easy? Well then let's talk about some mechanics that are not too obvious at first glance. The first bale delivered counts double the points. So whoever's the fastest in selling the first bale will basically score twice. See this little fella right here? It will spawn 2 drone drops on each side of the field somewhere between the 8 and 6 minute mark. One is boosting bale points and the other one is increasing the wheat value. Remember, this buff affects both teams, so be sure to be the one to pick it first and set up how the game will be played for the next 2 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of information, huh? Time to try it out for yourself. Create a team on fsl.giants-software.com and you will get keys for you and your friends to download the FSL Client DLC for PC. Enjoy and happy farming!